My name is Sari van Poelje. I'm an executive coach, team coach, and expert in business agility. So on the one hand, I have schools where I teach coaches and consultants to become kick-ass intervention experts. And on the other hand, I help businesses, family businesses, startups to grow and to thrive in these turbulent times. So we're talking about executive coaching. We went through a general model, contact, contract, problem definition, interventions, and now we're at the fifth step in this iterative cycle of coaching. So this fifth step is really, and I'll share my screen with you. There's someone called Patricia Clarkson who really helped us figure out what kind of criteria can you use for your evaluation. There's other models to this. ICF, the International Coaching Federation, has a set of criteria, what makes good coaching. The EMCC, the European Mentoring and Coaching Council, does as well. But I'll share this one with you because I think it's quite to the point. So what do I look at when I want to figure out if it's been a good executive coaching process? Well, for one, and the most obvious one, is did we realize the contract, the agreement we made at the beginning of the coaching together? So can we check to see if you reach your goals and if we really did the steps to reach those goals? So contract realization is an important one to figure out if you did well in the executive coaching together. The second criterion, it says key issues identified, and what we mean with that is that you don't only look at the immediate problem, but you look at the issues that are causing that problem. So we don't only give people a fish, we teach people to fish. And key issues identified is that you look underneath the surface and that during the executive coaching process, you've really identified are the obstacles to people solving these problems themselves. Because to be truthful, my type of clients, the executives I get, they're normal neurotics like you and me. They're successful people, but they're stuck. So the key issues tells you something about the recurring patterns they get stuck in. And during that coaching process, that should have come to the surface, and that's one of the evaluation criteria. The third evaluation criterion that I use is reduction of potential harm. So I was talking in a previous blog about this guy who didn't sleep, didn't eat, didn't do anything in terms of sports and taking care of himself. Well, part of your evaluation criterion should be, have I managed to reduce potential harm to the client, to his team, and to the environment through the interventions I've done? This guy who wasn't eating and sleeping is an obvious example. But what to do with an executive who is really bullying his people? Have you contributed to reducing potential harm to his team? Those are questions I ask myself to evaluate. The fourth one is really, have I helped this person develop not only professionally but personally? For me, those two things go together. So when you're an executive, you're your own instrument. I mean, you can learn techniques and methods, but basically it's your relationship with the people in your team and your environment that makes your being an executive successful or not. So the personal development is an integrated part of your professional development in executive coaching. And so I always check, what did you learn as a professional? How did you change as a person during this process? The fifth criterion is really coach models process. So what I mean by that is when I contract, I want to be the change they already want to achieve. So when someone says to me, for instance, I'm lonely in the organizational change process, what I want to model is the potential of creating partnership during the coaching process as a model for the client to create more partnerships in their organization. So coach models process really means being the change for that client so that they can see how you do it and replicate that in their environment. The last criterion is about respectful and equal relationship. In TA, we call that okay relationship. And what I mean by that is that within the coaching experience, we stayed in an equal relationship where we both respected each other as a person, even though the behavior could have been crook some now and then. So people come to me and they're unhandy in what they do, but as a person, I value them as equals. I don't get above them, I don't go below them, I'm at the same level. So respectful relationship is certainly something I use as a criterion, and something that's really important in this. What I invite you to do is to create an evaluation form and to send this to your clients. Check out to see if you're already on the right way with these criteria. Are you doing well? Check out every coaching session that you do so you get feedback and learn from it. Have I fulfilled these criteria? And when you've done that, let me know. I'd love to hear your experiences with this. Good luck in your executive coaching process.